Going to take more than just one piece of legislation to turn this around.
Lawmakers are responding to a WRTV investigation into the state's attorney shortage and the impact on the criminal justice system. WRTV Investigates Kara Kenny tells us about the new ideas in the works to address a problem we exposed earlier this month.
We shared our investigation attorney shortage with lawmakers, both Republicans and Democrats. Their solutions focus on incentivizing attorneys to practice in Indiana and making it easier to get your law license in our state. Republican lawmaker Wendy McNamara is the chair of the Courts and Criminal Code Committee.
The shortage is real.
She represents Vanderburgh County, which was so short on public defenders this year, they had to farm out 200 criminal cases to attorneys across the state.
Is there anything that can be done legislatively to address the attorney shortage?
We have options, and that always includes increasing pay. And of course, in a budget year, we can't do that. You know, it's going to take more than just one piece of legislation to turn this around.
McNamara says we need to look at incentivizing attorneys from surrounding states like Kentucky and Illinois. Dozens of Indiana counties have job openings posted for public defenders and prosecutors, openings they struggle to fill.
We should try to figure out a way to bring in attorneys from out of Indiana.
Our investigation found only 11% of Indiana counties have adequate prosecutors to meet the workload. The average salary for a deputy prosecutor in Indiana is $69,000. Meanwhile, the typical law school graduate carries $130,000 in education debt.
We got to find a way to reduce that debt. And I think if we find a way to forgive loans if people serve a long time, we have to do that as a state.
Representative Ed Delaney is a state lawmaker and retired lawyer. In addition to forgiving loans for attorneys who serve in the criminal justice system, he would also support allowing paralegals to handle routine cases.
They'd have to be licensed. That would be a change.
Another solution to Indiana's attorney shortage, online law schools like Purdue Global.
We currently have between 700 and 800 students. They are from all over the country and across the globe.
Currently, the American Bar Association does not approve fully online law schools, but the Indiana Supreme Court is considering a waiver that would allow graduates of online law schools like Purdue Global to take the Indiana bar exam and ultimately practice in our state.
Why is that so important?
This would be the first time that a state besides California would create a path for graduates of an online school like ours to sit for the bar exam immediately upon graduation.
Our investigation found rural areas are the hardest hit by the attorney shortage. Purdue Global Dean Martin Pritkin says the best way to get more lawyers in rural areas is for people who already live there to get their law degrees online.
Of course, if you're going part-time and you're going online, you don't have to give up your job to go to law school. You don't have to move to be near campus. And so you don't necessarily have to take out loans to cover your living expenses. The tuition itself is cheaper.
Purdue Global only costs about $12,000 a year, and Indiana lawmakers say they plan to address the cost of law school in Indiana, which is more than $30,000 a year for IU's law schools in Indianapolis and Bloomington, and double that for Notre Dame's law school. Kara Kenny, WRTV.
To watch our full investigation, attorney shortage, visit the WRTV Investigates section on WRTV.com and the WRTV News app. We've also linked to it in this story.